Hey everybody, Mr. Gibson. We've got a Tinkercad tutorial for you today. This is a first introduction to producing parts specifically for 3D printing. So we're going to build name key tags with the specific aim of 3D printing them at school and getting the parts out to you. Okay. So in our workspace, we're going to be mainly using this text tool here. So if you drag the text tool onto the work plane, so we're going to deal with just one letter at a time. We're not going to simply type our name. We're going to produce each letter of our name, or actually I think we're just going to do our initials. We're going to do each initial as an individual part. Okay, so I'm just going to type my first initial. Okay, now you can change the font if you like. There's a few font options here. I'm going to go for a serif font today. Okay, so that's dead easy. That's my first letter. I'm just going to use the default sizes. It works about right for the product that we're going to use. So if I zoom in on it, you'll see the height of this part is 10 millimeters, and I'm going to, for my first initial, I'm just going to keep that. Okay. So I need my second initial, so I'm going to drag another text tool in, and again I'm going to edit the text that appears to just be my second initial. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to overlap these two parts. Okay. So I can drag my J onto my B. Okay, until they're overlapping or interfering. Okay, now where the B and the J are interfering here, they start to kind of blur into one. So what I'm going to do is just change the height of the J of my second initial. Okay, so if I click on that height tool there and perhaps make it 7 millimeters, something like that, yeah, then you can see that it just helps to define the fact that those are two different letters. Okay. The other thing that I want to do is I'm just going to rotate my J very slightly. Okay, so I'm going to rotate it. Look, so grab hold of the rotate tool. I'm just going to rotate it a couple of degrees like that. Okay, and you can look around it, zoom in on it, view it from various different angles. One of the good things about this tutorial is that it's really good for practicing kind of looking round a part or an assembly. Yeah, so I need to just check it from various angles to make sure that the two letters are interfering, they're not interfering too much. Okay, so my third and last initial, okay, I drag more text into the work plane. I edit it. Okay, and again, I'm going to look at it from this angle. I'm going to make it interfere with my J rather. Okay, so my J and my G are interfering slightly. I want to make sure that that interference, the overlap, is enough so that it doesn't form a weakness in my keyring. Okay, and I want the B and the G to be slightly different heights as well. I'm going to just bring it down to 8 millimeters. Okay, we'll stick with 8 millimeters. Yeah, I'm going to give it a tiny bit of a rotate. So select my G, grab the rotate function, yeah, and rotate slightly. At this point, I'm just going to move it up very slightly and interfere a tiny bit more. So I'm pretty happy with that. Those three letters, they're clearly three different letters. I can see if I look from the side, I can see they're all different heights. However, their bottoms are all level. The bottoms are all sitting on the work plane, and that's important. Because when we 3D print it, we want all three of those letters to sit on the build platform of the 3D printer without needing any support. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Okay, now to turn this into a keyring, I'm going to want to give it like a ring to put my split ring through. So I'm going to take a tube. Okay, so I grab a tube and drag a tube into the workspace. Yeah, I'm going to I want to shrink it. So currently the kind of default size for the tube is 20 by 20. If I hold shift and then click on the dimension tool, now when I redimension this, it will do it uniformly. So I've gone for 12 millimeters for my tube size, and then I've placed it so I've got a nice overlap. A little bit more, get it central on my B. Yeah, so I can see it's central. I've got enough overlap in for it to be strong. Okay, if I want to make it stronger, I can increase wall thickness. Look, yeah. That looks about right to me. That's about 4 millimeter wall thickness. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, this ring looks like it's strongly joined to the B. All the letters interfere sufficiently. The layout of my letters is good, so I'm happy with the whole thing as a product. So the last thing I want to do is select everything and group it. Okay, so I've selected everything with the selection box. I use this group tool up here, group it to become all a single object. Okay, that's now a single object, and it's a complete piece of data. So I'm going to go to the dashboard, hitting the Tinkercad logo, takes me into the dashboard, saves all my work. Okay. So there's my keyring in the dashboard now. Yeah. Now the next thing I need to do is prepare that data for 3D printing. So if I select on that now, it brings this screen up and it gives me the options of either going and editing my part in the Tinkerlist, or I can download that part if I'm happy with it. So I'm going to select download. Yeah, and then I want to select as an STL. So that file extension is what the 3D printers will read. So if I select as an STL file, you'll see in the bottom left hand corner of my screen, there's my download, and I can show in folder. And there's my STL file, that one of those crazy Tinkercad names. And now that file there, I can do with as I want. Okay, so I can copy it. Go into my documents. Save it in my save it in a CAD folder, which I haven't prepared. So let's have a new folder. Let's have a CAD folder. And there it is. That file then you can get to me in a number of ways, which I'll describe to you in our online tutorial. You can either email it to me, or you can submit it through an assignment in Teams. Okay, that's your STL file. That's the file that 3D printers are going to read, which is going to allow us to print your parts. Okay, folks, I hope that all makes sense.